Hello dolls and welcome back to another video. It's been such a long time since I showed you all the things that I bought, and it's honestly because I haven't done a lot of shopping within the past 6 months or so, I want to say. But then last month I stumbled across this amazing eBay seller. Unfortunately, she's a private seller here in Germany, so I cannot link her. But I found so many amazing pieces in her shop, and then I also, for the first time in ages, went to a mall and actually bought a couple of things that aren't vintage but definitely have a distinct 60s feel to them. I did some shopping on an Instagram story sale, and I'm just really excited to share all of these pieces with you today. Maybe let's start with this piece. So this is from the eBay seller. I think that this was one of the pieces that made me click on her shop. I just really love it. It's so beautiful, and I wore it to my closet clean out video and I got a lot of questions about it. So this is a borderline tunic to mini dress. It is super short, and it also has slits on the side. I like to wear it with just some tiny shorts underneath, but it is such a holy grail find for me. This really much reminds me of Jim Morrison, Pamela Curson, things that they would sell in their Themis boutique. It's just that very late 60s bohemian flair, and I truly adore this piece. I feel like I have been looking for a piece like this for such a long time now. As you can tell, I have a soft spot for dark red velvet, and I really adore this. I have worn it 2 times already, and I'm sure I will wear it over and over again. Also, just quickly look at the back, because the stitching is so beautiful front and back. This is such a perfect piece for me. She said that all the pieces she has in her collection are from the 60s and 70s, mainly from her parents, so they were just insanely cool. Yeah, and these are just such special pieces, and she gave me a really good deal. I bought, I want to say like 10 pieces or so. I will show you each one of them. And I think it only leveled out to under 20 bucks per piece, so I got extra lucky on that. Next up, from the same lady, I got this dress that I actually recently shared with you. I honestly love this. This to me is the perfect fall dress. In this dress, everything is perfect to me, from the colors to the pattern. I love the kind of fabric that it has, because it has a like classic little lining, but then the outer fabric is something wool-like. I don't know, it unfortunately doesn't have any text, but I want to say that this is most likely store-bought. A lot of 60s and 70s pieces I buy, I feel like are homemade, but this one, just by the way it is made, it looks quite professional. And I also really adore the cut. This definitely also leans into the late 60s. I think I said it before, but with fall, I always lean back into the late 60s. The bohemian style, everything that kind of aligns with Patty Boyd in the late 60s. I also loved Anita Pallenberg and Marianne Faithfull's looks at the time. So yeah, I really fell in love with this dress. I love to style it with colorful tights. I think that's how I styled it for the outfit ideas video that I just did. But yeah. What a beautiful piece. I really love to wear this. Next up, let me show you my only vintage purchase of the past couple of months, actually. It is this purse. I love it so much. I have kind of been looking for a new everyday purse, because I feel like all the purses that I have are rather small, and now that I'm always out and about with my son, I just need a little extra space for the both of us to share. And so I really like this bag. It has a decent size. It has a decent size. It even fits my laptop. I cannot close it anymore, but it's fine. I can leave it open like this. I have a leather sleeve for my laptop because I don't want the modernity of the laptop to take away from my 60s look. But I truly adore all the details on this bag. Isn't it perfect? And then one thing that I just got so lucky with is that it came with a coin purse. My old wallet was falling apart. It was this beautiful tulle leather one, but the leather is so old and disintegrated at this point that basically when I put it in my purse, everything just spills out. So I'm so happy that I now have this. Has a little clasp. I actually like these coin purses. I don't mind that they are not as organized as an actual wallet, and I love the little matching set. This is also really great because it has so many compartments. I just cleared it out to show you, but if you're interested in me doing an updated what's in my bag video, let me know. I'd love to bring you one. Next up, let's start with the first pair of shoes. I got 3 pairs of shoes for this haul. This is like such a holy grail find for me. So I got these shoes. If you've been following me for a little while, you know that I have a similar pair like these in white. I'm just gonna put up a picture here. These are by the Hippie Shake and they're a replica pair, and I do really like them, but I always was on the lookout for an actual authentic pair. And that's when I stumbled across these. You can definitely tell that they're old. They're like kind of disintegrating. Someone put like different soles on it, which is why I cannot tell you what the brand on this one was. But these are just so perfect. Everything from the suede leather to the tying, they're just absolutely everything I could have wished for and more. They also do have a zipper in the back, which I quite like because I can just tie them to like my perfect size and then they will work forever basically, and it's just really easy to put them on and take them off. She actually got new heels done on these because the old ones were falling apart. You can see that like this front part and then this doesn't match. My only thing that I now need to figure out, because I have a couple of boots who are kind of doing this, and while I don't mind it, I find that this stains my tights. So if anyone knows how I can fix that, because I can kind of like peel it off, but I feel like I don't know if that really helps with anything. So if anyone has an idea, please let me know. Also, while we're talking about shoes, this is your little reminder to take good care of your vintage pieces. I made a video all about taking care of my vintage pieces. I'm just gonna link that here for you. But as fall approaches, please make sure to brush your suede shoes. Use a nice little leather balm on all your leather shoes just to keep them in good conditions for all the future generations to love. Next up, let's do a shirt. I got this one by the same eBay seller. It actually has a little tag that says Trivia Geojet. I have no idea. But isn't this so stunning? I truly adore the pattern, and I also really love the cut and the fact that it kind of like has the ruffles in the front. As you can see, that's a style I really adore. When I first looked at this in the eBay listing, I kind of thought that it was just this like abstract kind of pattern, but then when it arrived, that the closer you look, the more different kind of structures and patterns you will see. So there are these kind of like down here, and then these feather styles. It kind of to me looks like hair with feathers on top. I don't know, but I truly adore this shirt. It is a little oversized on me, and I usually wear it with like something underneath just to not make it as see-through. But I personally really adore this. I feel like blouses like this can always fit a little oversized. There's no harm in that. Let me continue with another blouse I also got by this same seller. It is this one, and it is kind of similar to the other one, also pretty different. So the first thing that I really adore about this blouse is the paisley pattern. It is colorful, it is really just so beautiful, and then it has these ruffles here. I don't really iron, but I'm thinking about maybe ironing them flat because I feel like while they were shipped, it kind of like twisted this side to the front, which is the left side of the fabric. So I'm thinking about just like ironing it back like this, but I truly adore this shirt. This is such a paisley heavy haul, but I also got this skirt also from the same seller. I truly adore it. It has such a fun fabric and print. I definitely think about shortening it because it is just so long on me. Even with heels, it still touches the ground. And then one thing I kind of have to still figure out is the fact that this is the inside of the fabric, and when I walk, it kind of like folds over, which makes for this white part to be exposed. So I'm thinking about a solution for that, but I really, really love it. It has a tie top, and it's just such a beautiful style, and I feel like with all the excess fabric, if I shorten it, I will have a nice strap of excess fabric that I can then turn into some sort of scarf. Maybe I can do a couple more of these like doily, I don't even know what they're called, like ruffly pieces. If you want to see how to sew this, because it is actually pretty easy, let me know. I could do a little tutorial. But yeah, I got this skirt. I love it. As you can see, this like dark kind of paisley really is the mood for the season for me. Next up, here's another piece that I didn't get from that eBay seller, but I actually, for the first time in my life, bought something off of a sample sale. So my dear friend Lucy has a brand called The Chain Design. I'm just gonna link that down below. It's a small business. She had a sample sale a couple of weeks ago, and I saw this dress, and I knew that she wasn't planning on ever releasing this. So when I saw that she had made this dress and it is my perfect size, I just knew I needed to have it. So There it is. Isn't it so beautiful? Oh, I love it so dearly. Honestly, what a phenomenal dress. I love the fabric. It's just so beautiful, and the pattern, everything. It is my perfect size. I really love the neckline of this because while it has a little more of a deeper cut, it kind of like goes out wider and not too deep, which I really, really adore. But then if I'm being fully honest, the one thing that immediately sold me on it was the pattern and the fabric. This is also a really nice cotton, which I truly adore. A lot of the pieces that I showed you prior were polyester, different kind of materials, but I have to say cotton is just the best material. I personally love cotton, silk, and wool just by the way that they feel, but sometimes velvet doesn't feel the nicest on the skin, I think. So this cotton dress will be my companion for absolutely every single day of fall. Before I show you the rest of the things that I got on eBay, let me show you a couple of pieces that I got at the mall. So a couple of weeks ago, my mom and I went to my childhood mall. Just for context, I don't even think I can remember the last time that I shopped at a regular mall, but this mall was just so special, and we did all the things that we used to do. We had some cake, and then we went to a couple of shops, just kind of like took a look around. And then we saw that this one shop called Esprit was closing. So I don't know how popular they are outside of Europe. I don't think I've ever seen a store outside of Germany and France. But maybe they're popular somewhere else. I have no idea. But I'm pretty sure it is a French brand, and I think you can kind of compare it to maybe Old Navy, something like that. But their prices are a little higher because they were closing down. I think they're closing all their stores now. I don't know. They had like the best deals. And so I went in, and I didn't even plan on getting anything, but I actually ended up finding 3 pieces that I truly adore. I have to be honest here, I didn't do any research on their production. I'm just gonna assume that it is fast fashion. I just hope it's not that bad, judging by the price point. But you never know. After all, Gucci has some of the worst labor regulations, but that's not for today's video. The first thing that I found was this. And this is something I have been looking for such a long time. It's just a simple, classic black little pinafore dress. I really, really adore it. It has pockets, which I don't know what to think about because I know a lot of people adore pieces with pockets. If I'm being honest, I don't really ever use the pockets because I don't like how it makes garments more bulky. And I feel like this piece sits a little weird around the hips because of the pockets. So I'm thinking about actually cutting them off and then sewing it shut. I don't know, but I'm so happy about this dress. I feel like this dress will work so well with a couple of the blouses and other pieces. I've worn it a couple of times already, and I just really, really love it. It's such a fun and wonderful piece. And while it isn't from the 1960s, it truly has that timeless 60s feel to it. This is the only thing that still has tags because I haven't worn it yet because it's only been like 2 weeks. Oh, that dress, by the way, was $100, but then I got it for 30, I want to say. And this shirt originally was $60, but then I got it for like 20 or something, I want to say. So this is the next piece that I got, mainly because I really love the color. It's just this really vibrant red. And while it doesn't have a turtleneck, it has kind of like a mock neck. I feel like this is just perfect for a lot of 60s styles, and I really love the quality of these pieces. While they are definitely pricey, and as said, I usually don't shop there. I think the last time that I got something from this brand was still from the kids section, but the quality is actually really nice. Yeah, it's cotton and viscose, which is generally a really nice material, and it was made in China. So this might have not been the most sustainable purchase, but that's okay. Do as much as you can, then don't limit yourself. I really wanted to have these pieces. I feel like it is all about balance, and it was fine for me to make these purchases. And then the last thing that I got from there is probably the thing that I'm the most excited about, because I got this felt hat. And the wonderful thing about this is the way that this is actually made. So this part kind of looks like a flower, and it is so pretty when you wear it. I adore it, and it looks so beautiful worn. I love it so much. It's just such a perfect little 1960s hat. Look at this. Even this is just such a fun, merry and faithful look. This doesn't have a tag anymore, but I think it was 40 bucks after the deductible, so it most likely was more than like $100 to start with. But it is a really nice quality and I really adore it. I've actually worn it a couple of times. I love to wear hats when it is raining and I'm really happy with this purchase. I was actually wrong earlier when I said that this one piece was my only Vinted find, because I also got these boots. It's just been a while. I got them like a couple of months ago, but because I haven't made a thrift haul in a while, I still wanted to include them. So these also have a little bit of a backstory. I have these brown boots that I just adore. They're like the perfect 60s suede boots. I love the heel. But the issue is that they have a hole and they're not really fixable anymore. I have been wearing these about every other day for 4 years now. And they were obviously already used when I got them. So I have been looking for a replacement pair. And the brand of these is Servas, Churkas. I have no idea. I'm just going to put it up here. And so I started to look for a replacement pair. And I saw these and I thought, oh, they look a whole lot like the ones that I have. And so I got them and I'm unsure because, hear me out, I really love them. The color is great, the quality is great. I love this bit. The other ones have these too, these kind of like, the way that this is sewn, that it kind of comes up here is really popular with 60s shoes. My only issue with this shoe is how wide it is. So basically, it doesn't have a zipper on the inside, which just makes for a more slouchy look, which is definitely more of a 70s, even going into the 80s kind of style. So I don't love them, if I'm being fully honest, and I don't know what to do because I find them so beautiful. I was thinking about bringing them to a cobbler who may be able to add a zipper and then I could get them fitted around my ankle, but I don't know if that's possible. I don't know if cobblers can do that. I could just wear them as is, but I don't really love it. I don't know. Please let me know if anyone has any ideas on how to tighten a boot. Basically, the part that I want to tighten is kind of like starting here, starting around the ankle, up to maybe here, because up there they fit fine. It's just this part that is definitely a lot slouchier than what I would usually go for. Alright, I have 2 more pairs of shoes and a dress. Let's start with the dress because this is the only piece that isn't on brand with like the fall colors. I feel like these are very springy colors, but because this is such a straight cut dress, I feel like it works really well for fall and winter and layering. This is definitely a little big on me. It said size medium, which I usually like pieces that are a little bigger on me for layering, so I figured medium was fine, but it's definitely a bigger than that, which is absolutely fine because I still love it a lot. I definitely need to shorten it. It is way too long, so I'm gonna have to see how I can come up with something for the try on portion. But it also has a little tie detail in the back. Here's the little like size tag. Oh, I think she read it wrong because it says 46 and 40 I think is medium, 38, 40 that's medium generally, but 46 is definitely a larger size, but that's fine. I'll be able to do something with it because I really love the colors and I feel like these dresses can be oversized. It doesn't really matter as long as they're short enough. So I'll see what I can do with it. And if I end up not really liking how it turns out or wearing it, I can give this to someone who it'll fit and who will absolutely adore it. As said, I have 2 pairs of shoes to finish this off. First pair are these. Aren't they so cute? I really love them. These are the perfect Stevie Nicks heels to me. They're just a little suede ankle boots. I really like them because they're like tighter around the ankle. I do prefer ankle boots with tighter ankles just because I feel like it makes for nicer proportions when you wear longer pieces with them. But yeah, there's not a lot to say about them. They were probably less than 20 bucks. They also, unfortunately, have the same issue of a little bit of disintegrating leather on the inside. I think it is because this isn't leather. This is some sort of like fake plasticky leather. If anyone has some tips, tricks, and ideas, please let me know. But these also have like a really nice heel height that I feel like is just really comfortable to walk in all day. Ending it off with a pair of black suede boots. So if you've been on my channel for a while, you know the black boot saga. Basically, I used to have this pair of black boots that I adored so much. They're perfect square toe 1960s patent leather boots, and I just adored them so dearly, and I still have them because I cannot part ways with them. But the sole has fallen off, they have a hole, they're just not really salvageable anymore. I took them to the cobbler and they were like, well, we cannot really fix them anymore. And so 2 years ago, I started to look for a new pair, and I came across this black pair that I did like and I still like, but something about them isn't 100% perfect for me because I feel like the heel should be a tiny bit higher, and then also I'm kind of short, I'm only 5'3", and I feel like these boots sit really high up on my leg. I like that the other ones are like a little lower, if that makes any sense. So I still also have those because they're leather and not suede, which is great for rain, and I do like them, but I also wanted a pair of black suede boots. She said that these are most likely either from the late 60s or the early 70s. I am not too sure either, because why they have this like front seam that is really popular with 60s pieces, they also have the kind of like toe shape that is a little smaller in the front. Like this isn't a square toe, so it also might be from the early 70s. I don't know, but they're just perfect. They're really comfortable. They also have a nice little heel height, and I really, really like to wear them. I've already worn them a couple of times, and I'm truly in love. The only thing that these are desperate for is a little trim of this bit right by the zipper, because it keeps getting stuck. But yeah, I feel like this is still a pretty good condition for a boot that is 60 plus years old. I have been trying to see if I can read the brand on here, but I just can't. I can show it to you. Maybe someone will be able to tell me what it says. Elastomers or something like that. I think that's the second line, which I think is about this little piece that they have up here, this like little stretchy piece, which surprisingly is still stretchy after all these years. That's just a great quality. But yeah, let me know. And then also these are a 39, which I'm usually a 38. But I have to say, when I look for a specific pair, and I was looking for a black boot kind of like that, I will search 38 and 38 and a half and 39, because I know that I can wear these with like a thick pair of socks, or I could put another insole in. And these aren't that big on me. I feel like they're a small 39, so they actually work quite well for me. So yeah, that's it. I feel like that's not even that big of a haul, but that is fine. I just find myself going through different seasons. Sometimes I like to go shopping a lot. I feel like the past couple of months I just haven't really been in the mood to shop, and that is totally fine, but I am still very happy with the pieces that I got. They are all great, honestly. But yeah, that brings us to the end of today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I would love you to give it a thumbs up and maybe even share it with a friend. It supports me, it supports the channel, and it would truly mean the world. I would love for you to leave a comment telling me about your recent thrift finds. I also love to watch these videos where people go thrifting, and I love to watch thrift hauls because it just has this unique appeal. You most likely will see pieces that you would have never seen anywhere else. So please leave a comment down below or send me pictures of your recent thrift find. You can also, as always, tag me in your Instagram post. This is my handle. If you tag me, I will comment, tell you how amazing you look, and I would love to see all the pieces that you are wearing this fall. I hope you have a beautiful day. Go out, enjoy the sunshine, take yourself some time to focus on you and your mental health today, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye, dolls.